His movies will make your skin crawl, but in a good way.
Oh my god, it stinks in here.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 David Cronenberg movies. Looking for more scares? Be sure to check out Read Only, the debut edition of WatchMojo Publishing's Fiction Quarterly. For this list, we're taking a look at the directorial achievements that have defined the infectiously thrilling career of this Canadian filmmaker. Number 10, Scanners.
But I will show you now that it can be a source of great power.
Here's a disorienting picture that gets inside your head and blows your mind. Literally. Like many films on this list, Scanners showcases Cronenberg's knack for the supernatural and for grisly practical effects. In the story, scientific experimentation has led to the development of a telepathic phenomenon plaguing people labeled scanners. An early example of Cronenberg's knack for body horror, it's a smartly written, Twilight Zone-esque story that captures the sensation of a mental meltdown. Amounting to a battle of the minds, Scanners is certainly an unconventional psychological thriller. Plus, it has one of the greatest head explosions in all of cinema. Number 9, Naked Lunch.
My book? Yeah, the one you've been calling Naked Lunch.
Addiction is a common theme in Cronenberg's movies, but Naked Lunch is arguably his strangest exploration of substance abuse.
You're acting like a full-fledged junkie. And it's bug powder, for Christ's sake!
Peter Weller plays Bill Lee, an exterminator who dresses like a film noir detective. Hooked on bug powder, Lee is sent on a slippery slope leading to murder, conspiracy, and characters that could only come from a junkie's hallucinations.
He's called Mugwump.
The movie is a dreamlike acid trip that touches base on repressed feelings and severe writer's block. Believe it or not though, it's only Cronenberg's second most disturbing insect movie.
Thought you were finished with doing weird stuff.
I thought I was too, but I guess I'm not.
Number 8, eXistenZ.
We want a special.
The more technology advances on the gaming frontier, the easier it becomes to lose oneself in the game, especially when you're connected to the console through a bioport. eXistenZ came out at a time when a lot of other movies were exploring cyberculture and false realities.
I do suggest you order the special and don't take no for answer.
Nonetheless, Cronenberg gave the film a unique signature with trippy imagery and a twist-filled plot that keeps the audience guessing. Considering that women rarely get to be player one in movies relating to video games, eXistenZ also deserves bonus points for shining the spotlight on Jennifer Jason Leigh in a multi-layered performance.
Hey, tell me the truth. Are we still in a game?
Number 7, The Dead Zone.
Would you call this a psychic experience?
David Cronenberg and Stephen King are such an obviously good fit that it's curious their paths haven't crossed more often.
What do you want to know? Do you want to know the future? You want to know if you're going to die? Is that it?
King's source material and Cronenberg's gift for creating ominous atmosphere go hand in hand in The Dead Zone, a thriller about a man who gains psychic abilities after waking up from a coma.
Amy.
Amy is my daughter's name.
Your daughter's screaming. The house is burning. Your daughter's in the house. It's not too late.
Who better to play such an outlandish part than Christopher Walken? He may be able to predict the future, but we rarely know where the plot is headed, and the final outcome is anything but trivial.
I always thought this power of mine was a curse, but now I can see it's a gift.
Number 6, Crash. Not to be confused with Paul Haggis's Best Picture winner of the same name, Cronenberg's Crash finds the unlikely link between car accidents and kinky sex.
Is there something here that interests you?
This interests me.
This is a thrill-seeker's erotic fantasy in which James Spader is introduced to a whole new world of pleasure upon crashing his vehicle. Controversial upon release, Crash mixes the stimulation of a porno and the danger of a drive-in death race flick to tell a story that's surprisingly involving, insightful, and painfully frank. Just remember to always wear a condom and a seatbelt. Number 5. Eastern Promises.
I am driver. I even do limousines.
Especially in recent years, Cronenberg has shifted away from horror and science fiction, grounding his observations concerning humanity in brutal reality.
I am driver. I go left, I go right, I go straight ahead, that's it.
Eastern Promises is a prime example which feels all too authentic in its representation of criminals, sex trafficking, and violence itself.
Now I'm going to do his teeth and cut off his fingers. You might want to leave a room.
Carrying much of the film is Viggo Mortensen in a fearless performance as a Russian mob enforcer named Nikolai Luzin.
Stay away from people like me.
And just as there's more to Nikolai than meets the eye, there's a lot more to this crime thriller than its violence, with its twists, symbolism, and unforgettable set pieces.
Anger is very dangerous. Makes people do stupid things.
Number 4. Dead Ringers.
Doctor, you've cured me.
Many Cronenberg movies center on people that are torn between contrasting identities.
They're twins, dear. Identical twins.
Dead Ringers takes this trope to another level with Jeremy Irons in a stunning dual performance as Beverly and Elliot Mantle, a set of unusually close twins.
If we didn't share women, you'd still be a virgin. No, you'd never get laid on your own.
When both gynecologists become intimately involved with a woman, the two are gradually separated physically and psychologically.
Separate us? What do you mean?
Their identity swapping amounts to cases of paranoia, obsession, and identity crises, raising a fascinating analysis of sexual, sibling, and internal relationships, and the unforgettable lines between them.
I'm in love with her.
Number 3. A History of Violence.
Luckiest son of a bitch alive.
As the title suggests, this graphic novel adaptation from Cronenberg is full of individuals harboring violent pasts.
Why don't you ask Tom about his older brother, Richie? Ask Tom about how he tried to rip my eye out with barbed wire.
The film wisely never delves too deeply into anyone's backstory, though, leaving its characters clouded in mystery.
I should have killed you, Machiavelli.
Yeah, Joey. You should have.
One of these enigmatic characters is Viggo Mortensen as Tom Stahl, a family man running from a vicious past.
Richie. I'm here to make peace. Tell me what I gotta do to make things right.
What the audience finds behind Tom's bloody curtain is gritty and uncomfortable, but they'll always uncover a captivating study of violence's role in human nature that's guaranteed to keep their hearts racing until the film's ambiguous end.
Jesus, Joey.
Number 2. The Fly.
A fly.
You wouldn't think A Fly would ever evoke sympathy, but Cronenberg's remake of the 1958 creature feature classic is an unexpectedly heartbreaking tragedy, with an empathetic performance by Jeff Goldblum as its repulsive center.
My teleporter turned her into a jeans placer. A very good one. Now I'm not Seth Brundle anymore.
Despite some cringe-inducing moments, The Fly isn't merely a geek show or a run-of-the-mill B-movie.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Cronenberg develops characters we truly care about, serving up genuine frights and Oscar-winning makeup effects in the process.
What do you think of Fly? Am I becoming a 185-pound fly?
Of all the ailments Cronenberg's films have tackled, this is probably the last one anybody would want to fall victim to. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
You mustn't think I have a closed mind. I have absolutely no objection to your studying telepathy or parapsychology to your heart's content.
Number 1. Videodrome.
Long live the new flesh.
Violence is a staple of Cronenberg's movies, but what distinguishes his work from senseless, exploitive snuff films is that the depiction of violence always has a point.
Videodrome is death.
Nowhere is this better demonstrated than in Videodrome, which provides a hypnotic commentary on graphic imagery in media.
Death to Videodrome! Long live the new flesh!
The film blurs the lines between the real world and the surreal world as its protagonist becomes a part of an all-encompassing program.
The battle for the mind of North America will be fought in the video arena, the Videodrome.
Given the increase in torture porn and the influence of media on society, Videodrome is even more relevant now than it was in the 1980s.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.